All right, a lot of news to talk about with our legal expert, Ivan Golde, who's here, and we've had a week's full of news. So let's start with the new revelations about Natalie Wood, the famous actress whose death was ruled an accidental drowning back in, what was it, 81?
Yes,
So
1981.
now they reopen it. Now, is that normal to reopen? Is that 30 years after they said it was an accident?
Well, if there's new evidence, and in this case, the family has always been suspicious, and they want to reopen this case, apparently they've come forward. The captain who was on that boat says he gave investigators incorrect information in 1981. Now he's going to tell the truth, and because of that, the family and the police want to reopen the case, reinvestigate the case. Perhaps Natalie Wood's death was not an accident, but a murder by her then husband, Robert Wagner.
So, and he was a big star, and he's still alive. He's 81 now. Yes. So, I mean, I guess we could find out more. They're going to have a press conference today.
The important point is there's no statute of limitations for murder. You could be prosecuted for the rest of your life. So conceivably, Robert Wagner, at 81 years old, could be charged with the murder of his then wife, Natalie Wood.
But don't they need some evidence? There's no evidence anymore.
The coroner's report was clear. Natalie Wood had bruises all over her body. They ruled the death an accident. She fell on the boat. She hit her head. It didn't make sense. But in those days, they protected celebrities. John Kennedy, not John Kennedy, Ted Kennedy. They protected celebrities. And look, the coroner can say what they want. They protected Robert Wagner. They never prosecuted him. Now, finally, the truth may actually come out.
Okay, well, we'll see. Talk about, you know, protecting and investigations and when things have a lot of time has passed. We're looking at these new allegations of sex abuse, and in this case, it's not Penn State, which we'll talk about as well, but it's at Syracuse.
Yes.
And they're talking about a ball boy who alleges that years and years, this guy's 39 now, he says back when he was 11, that this assistant coach molested him, and the coach
and it went on until he was 27 years old.
So, okay, so the coach, Syracuse immediately, did they do the right thing? They immediately put the coach on leave, and they say, we are now investigating.
Okay, that's fine, but the problem is people come out of the woodwork, and there was a second victim in this Syracuse basketball case. The point is, you got to have some evidence, you got to have some proof, and that's the problem with this Penn State case. It's perhaps opened the door for anybody to come forward. If there's no evidence against this guy, and the coach, Jim Boeheim, at the time said, look, there was no evidence. We investigated this in 2003. We investigated this in 2005. We did everything we could. We heard nothing. That's the end of it. Publicity, publicity. Victims come forward. Victims want money. Let's look at the other end of the spectrum. Child abuse victims, child molestation, of course, it's the worst thing in the world. But on the other hand, people could take advantage of that sympathy and try to come forward and make a fast buck.
So you look at, you know, one of the alleged victims in this Syracuse case says, well, I just spoke out just now because I saw the Penn State stuff and I felt, oh my gosh, I need to speak up.
Okay, that's fine. Let him do it. But they've investigated that. The police investigated that. No evidence, no prosecution, no civil case. You have to be careful. That's the point.
So you're saying these two cases far different, the Syracuse and the Penn State.
There were eyewitnesses at the Penn State case. There was criminal investigations. There were cover-ups. People did not come forward. People did not investigate this. And at Syracuse, they were fully investigated. There was no corroborating evidence whatsoever, unlike the Penn State case, which was a complete cover-up, which will finally, the truth will finally come out. I remember in the Penn State case, there were multiple victims, 8, 9, 10, up to 20 victims. Just the beginning. Just
and they alleged that this man you see here, Sandusky, was the one who raped those boys. So that's an investigation that's continuing. We'll see what happens with the Syracuse thing and with the new investigation now into Natalie Wood's murder.
That's fascinating, Robert Wagner. That would be a fascinating trial of the century.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Ivan, for your perspective this morning. 9:50.